everyone, this is Pooka, and welcome to another game I played on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I took this game from my stream from Thursday night, where we played 10 of the top archetypes in the format, and just played a bunch of games on Pokemon TCG Online, and this was one of the games that was rather exciting, so I'll share it with you guys. Now, as you can see from my opponent's mulligans, I am going up against my trademark deck, Round. And I'm going to be using a Darkrai Hydreigon deck. This deck's been around for about a year. It feels like it got a little bit stronger after the catcher changes and the rule changes. And we'll see how it goes in this game. And we can see right off the bat there's a glitch. And the opponent's Tympole is in the hand. It should be in the active spot. That'll change once there's like a switch, or it retreats, or it evolves. But for the time being, it's just going to be a weird little glitch there where it's just stuck in my opponent's hand. But it is the active Pokemon, so. But right off the bat, we see my opponent plays his hand all the way down to 0 cards, which is kind of a bummer. Now, if my opponent had supporters, I would just go ahead and play like Tropical Beach, play an N, try to get some stuff going here. But I see my opponent has no cards in hand. Absolutely nothing. So, instead of like putting down the Tropical Beach, allowing my opponent to draw 7 new cards, or playing the N, giving my opponent 6 fresh cards, I am going to Skyla for a Juniper and just say, you know what? Odds are you're not going to top deck a supporter that'll help you out. So we're just going to go ahead and Juniper everything away, which is going to be painful, but at least I'll be better off than you, and I don't give you new cards to work with. So that's the idea here. I have a dowsing machine, so I'm going to discard 2 cards, get back an Ultra Ball, discard 2 more cards, and a ton of supporter cards are in the discard pile already, which is not good. We'll grab these Wireless, though. Go ahead and evolve the Bench Dino into that. Juniper for 7 cards. And we did not get a Rare Candy and a Hydreigon, so we'll just attach to the Darkrai and pass the turn. So a little uneventful there, but hey, better than nothing. We do see a switch, and No, a Colress. Oh, no, 2 more Meloetta EX. And a Palpitoad. And another Palpitoad. Oh, God. All sorts of stuff coming out right now. We may be in some trouble. Uh-oh. We're going to Colress for 9 cards here. Hopefully draw something good. But, we did not draw Hydreigon, and now this is not looking as good. Kind of a slow start on my side. Not the worst, but, with 9 cards there, you're hoping to draw something you can play besides an energy, but nope, not the case. We see an N, and now we're under quite a bit of pressure from Round. Oh, no. There is the Seismitoad. Round is doing 180 damage at this point. Very intimidating, and down goes the Dino. So that is pretty painful. There's the Hydreigon. Hey, thanks for joining us. But now what do? If I Night Spear with Darkrai, it only does 90 damage. And then Seismitoad uses Round, and I get knocked out. That's not good. So it looks like I'll have to Junk Hunt this turn, grab 2 item cards, and then try to gain some ground. But I'm under a ton of pressure here. Let's see what we can do. I can grab Dowsing Machine out of the discard pile, and then maybe Ultra Ball, find something good to attack with, or maybe, Max Potion's probably not going to help, since everything's getting knocked out in one hit. So it's going to have to be Ultra Ball and Dowsing Machine. Yikes. We don't even have anything good to Junk Hunt for. This is just all around pretty bad right now. I'm trying to get multiple Hydreigon in play. because I'll probably have to Dragon Blast with one, and then it'll probably get knocked out. So I want to back up. I might as well try to set that up. My opponent says, I actually started playing around competitively after seeing your build. So that's pretty cool. We just see another N. So my hand's going to get shuffled in. Hopefully we draw some better stuff with this hand. And, oh no! Pokemon Catcher. Ah! No! Darkrai goes down to a round for 210 damage. Yikes. That is not good. We'll go ahead and attach the blend. I could put down Tropical Beach, but I have a feeling I'm going to have to end my opponent down to a one-card hand and pray that my opponent does not draw out of it for like 3 turns, so we're not even going to put the Tropical Beach into play. Oh boy. Got a Dark Patch, that's a plus. So we can at least do that. We could Dragon Blast this turn. That is an option, but we would not have a backup if my opponent just had one more Seismitoad. And rounds for 150 knocks out Hydreigon, I probably lose the game. So, I guess we'll just go with another Junk Hunt here. We got the laser. Maybe my opponent will stay asleep. That could be good. That's probably what I'm going to need at this point. We have that Shaman. That is an option as well. I could Revenge Blast here, but then there's no guarantee I'll be able to follow that up with Hydreigon's Dragon Blast. So I am just going to Junk Hunt here and then hope that we can go Dragon Blast next turn and then end my opponent down to 2. And then maybe Hydreigon gets knocked out. I get a second one, and then we sweep the rest of the way. That's basically the plan at this point. My opponent says, I swear if you win due to me not waking up from laser. That happened last time we played. Oh god, a catcher. Ah! Whew, tails. Catcher on my Darkrai would almost end the game here. Take 2 prizes. Oh, another catcher. Another tails. Oh no, a third catcher. Oh no, heads. Pokemon Catcher is killing me in another round for 210. We're now down 6-1 in prizes. And there's a Seismitoad with a silver bangle laughing at me on the bench. Oh no. What do we do from here? Boy. Shaman's not going to work. It only has 110 HP. So we'll go ahead and discard that. And the Juniper as well. Let's see what we got. I do play Mewtwo, but it's nowhere to be found. So we're going to have to grab Virizion EX. Now this can work since it does resist water. And we have that Tool Scrapper. So I'm going to play an N this turn. And if I draw the Tool Scrapper, get rid of the Silver Bangles on the Seismitoad, Virizion can take a hit. And Emerald Slash for 100. It's not its intended purpose in this deck, but sometimes you find weird ways to use cards. And this is one of them. So we're going to play an N, and I need to draw Tool Scrapper. Get rid of that Silver Bangle, and everything will be fine. We'll have a shot at it, but... oh no. No Tool Scrapper. Uh-oh. Round is doing tons of damage. Well, my laser did put Seismitoad to sleep. So the only way I have a chance is if Seismitoad stays asleep on the Hypnotoxic laser. If it does, we have a good shot at winning. Right, we got lots of stuff going for us. But if it wakes up, I lose the game immediately. But what else can I do? Let's go ahead and put out Virizion EX. Dark Trance, move the Darkness Energy to Virizion EX. Go ahead and Dark Patch, get another energy out here. And Emerald Slash for 100, thanks to the weakness. Please stay asleep. There's no grass in my deck. Ah, oh my goodness, wow, stayed asleep, okay. Whew. And my opponent has to pass. So, poison damage knocks out Seismitoad, coming back into my turn. Huge turn of events here. Maybe this is the beginning of a comeback. I'm definitely going to have a shot at it now. We knocked out one of the Pokemon with a round in play. Now I got to decide what I want to do this turn. I could, let's see, just Emerald Slash for 50. Let's random receiver. I know I have a Colress left, and that's what we're going to get here. Yeah, let's grab the Colress. I have a couple options here. We're going to Colress for 8 cards and see what we get. All of my Darkrai are in the discard pile. So we do need to Super Rod and get one of those back to give myself free retreat if I want to. I'm probably going to have to start Dragon Blasting with Hydreigon. So we'll go ahead and Super Rod, shuffle in Darkrai, and then none of the other basic Pokemon will be able to be even played this game, because if my opponent knocks out one of my Pokemon, I lose. So we're just going to put in a Darkrai and then a Dark and then a Hydreigon, I guess, since those are the only potentially useful cards in the deck at this point. We'll Ultra Ball, discard a Dark and a Juniper, and we'll get the Darkrai. And I think my best bet is to just Dragon Blast for 140, knocking out the Meloetta EX, leaving my opponent with 4 round Pokemon in play, which means it only does 120 damage, which means also the Meloetta EX goes to the discard. There's already 4 out there. So my opponent would need a Super Rod and then another way to get Meloetta EX. My opponent only has 2 cards. Seems pretty unlikely. So my 2 options here, Emerald Slash for 50 to set up for a Night Spear, or Dragon Blast, take the knockout. Now if I Night Spear with Darkrai, that's the 3rd option. That's the bad option. If my opponent has just an energy to retreat, I lose. So we don't want to do that one. I will Dark Trance, blah blah blah, move all the dark energy onto Hydreigon so we can Dragon Blast for 140, knocking out Meloetta EX. Seems like a safe bet at this point. Might as well just do it. Very unlikely that I get knocked out this turn. Seismitoad comes out. We see another Timpole. What else is going to happen? The most he can do is round for 120, again, unless there's a Super Rod, and then a way to get another Meloetta EX into play. No other round Pokemon can instantly come back into play like that. But that is the strength that Meloetta EX gives this deck. Otherwise, you have to evolve all your Pokemon and slowly wait. But no, just a round for 120. And I got to do some math at this point. Now, I'm probably going to Dragon Blast the Seismitoad for a knockout, take that out of play, and then we just have to take out, well, we just have to take 2 more prizes to win, which with that escape rope we'll probably be able to snag a Meloetta for the win. I just got to check out here. We have 5 energy in play, so if I use Dragon Blast I have to discard 2. That'll leave me with 3 in play, so I will be able to Dragon Blast in consecutive turns, even with discarding the 2 energy. So I'm trying to decide what to Dowsing Machine for. We'll get rid of the Hydreigon and Sableye. Didn't really matter which Pokemon we got rid of there. Neither are probably coming into play. And I'll just play it really safe here and grab a Max Potion. This will prevent some weird, I don't know, like a really fluke, excuse me, a really fluke situation with like a Rare Candy and a Seismitoad and an Energy. I would still survive and be able to Dragon Blast, or like a double colorless on a Meloetta and then an Iris. That would have knocked me out. Something like that. So we'll just Dragon Blast, take down the Seismitoad, and we were down 6-1. The game was on a coin flip just to survive. And now all of a sudden things are looking up. And this is the kind of comeback that this deck can make. We see a Pokemon catcher. That is going to be a Tails. That would not have mattered anyway. Nothing could be knocked out. And then we're going to have our Dark Trance going on to Darkrai, knocking out the Timpole. Taking down 1 more prize, and it's just 1 more knockout. And we win the game. We have the Dark Patch to Dragon Blast 1 more time if we need to. But the Meloetta EX is active, and this is going to be a ridiculous 6-1 comeback after I got smoked by Seismitoad. And catchers killed me. Knocked out 2 Darkrai, and boy, I don't know how he survived this game. The magic of hypnotoxic laser. That's how we survived. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have some more videos for you guys soon. I am Pooka from the Top Cut, and I'll see you guys next time.